Hi, you're here. Okay, let's move on to the terms. So as for terms, so I didn't use one-shot samples and overhead mics. So for me, the terms are so SSD5 terms are rarely well recorded. For example, they have tons of sustain and decay and also attack. So I think that I don't have to use any one-shot samples. And also, a reason why I didn't use overhead mics of toms is that overhead mics of toms have too much attack and paper E sound, which is not for me at least. So then I didn't use it. Okay, then so let's listen to the tom fills. Something like this. And also I use toms like this. I pan toms L50, R50, hard pan R, hard pan L. The reason why I love hard pan toms is that I love kind of super spread tom fills like like this. And also I love panning toms, floor toms R on L, like, because so in this section, type of the tom fills is really for me, and I love that kind of toms. So in order to get that sound, I pan the lowest toms to L, hard pan L. But in order to get this sound, I have to pan the room sound of the toms. So then I pan it L10, R10, R30, L30. But so you shouldn't pan the room sound of the toms too much, like kind of head pan L on the right and something like that. Reason why is that it's going to be too much, and then it's going to be really harsh, kind of. So reason why we use a room mic is that to get a cohesive sound of the room or the toms and the mix itself. So room sound is a glue of the mix. So, but the room sound, if the room sound is too much, the glue is too much, and then so the glue doesn't work as a glue. So that's why I set room sound L1, L10, R10, and R30 and L30. Yeah, it should be a narrow, I think. Yeah. Okay, then let's move on to the actual processing. So as for toms, I use this type of EQ curve. Okay, let's listen to the without and with. Yeah, sounds like this. Okay, let me explain one by one. First one is low pass filter. It doesn't affect too much. Then second one is high pass filter. To get rid of excess low end, and also I always apply smiley face curve EQ onto every single toms. So like this. To get rid of paper E sound, and also to get a punchy sound and attack of the toms. And applied this band EQ, and also I cut this 300 around 300 hertz to get rid of excess raw meat, and also this raw meat. Actually, we tend to cut tons of low end or low mid of the toms to get punchy sound or to get tons of attacks. Actually, what makes toms very great is, for me, is that sustain and decay. So because of that reason, we don't or we shouldn't cut tons of low end or low mid too much. So we want to hear this range of rich mid range or low mid to appreciate the sound of toms. So actually, we tend to cut this range too much, but the heart of the toms are here, I think. So we shouldn't cut or this range too much. Yeah, okay, let's listen to it before and after. Yeah, like this. Okay, let's move on to the compressors. Okay, sounds like this. To get punchy sound and to get more attack. Then, so I applied it -3 to 4 dB gain. I always set -3 to -6 dB gain reduction to get punchy sound of toms, and I set the attack at 30 milliseconds. Yeah, it is really similar to kick drums and snare drums. I think toms are a mixture of kick sound and snare sound, I think. So then that's why I set attack 30 milliseconds, and then I set the I get the gain reduction around -3 to 4 -4 gain dB gain reduction. So I set compressor onto kick drum with probably -2 dB gain reduction, and then onto snare I set it -4 to 6 dB gain reduction to get punchy sound. However, onto toms I think that -4 or 6, if you like more punchy sound, you should go with a -6 to 7 dB gain reduction, I think. But I think this is toms mixture of kick and snare sound, I think. Then I set it -4 dB gain reduction. Yeah, it is for me. This is enough for me. Yeah. Then so okay, let's listen to it again. Yeah. Okay. Then next one is Transient shaper. Sounds like this. To get more attack. And then second is Saturator, sounds like this. Yeah, so this Saturator works a really great role, I think. So I set the tape saturation at 40 watt. I don't know what the unit is, sorry. But I set it at 40 then to get punchy sound, and as I said in the snare video, I set this saturator to get punchy sound and also to get clip sound. Then I set it at 40 to get a little bit of clip. If I turn it up, it's going to be clipped. But so around 40, it's going to be enough and great for me. Okay, so let's turn it up. Yes, so around 60 to 80, right? Yes, sounding is going to be really too much, I think, going to be too much. So then I set it 40. Okay, let's listen to it again. Yes. If you really like some sustain terms with super long sustain, then you should go with around 70 or 60 and so on. But that song is really fast. It is 220 BPM. So then long sustain is going to be messy, I think. So then I set it at 40 what? 40 tape, I think. Yeah. I don't, so does anyone know that what the unit is? Anyway, then last one is, as always, clipper to clip the peak out and also to turn the volume up like this. To get saturation also. Yeah, okay, so let's listen to it before and after. So probably you guys noticed that it is clipping, but actually, so this is for explanation. So I set this fader around minus 12 dB. So because I thought that this is really too much. So then in real, it's going to be sound like this. Yeah, but still I can hear the rich attack and sustain of the terms. Then so I thought that minus 12 dB is gonna be okay for me. Yeah. Okay, then let's listen. Okay, let's get move on to the term second. As for terms, I use the same settings for every single terms, I think. But we are going to deal with more lower terms, then so we have to shift the EQ to lower side. Yeah, then so okay, let's compare to this is term 1 and this is term 2. Okay. Yeah, same, but second one is a little bit high, have high boosted EQ and a little bit cut low mid, I think, to get rid of. But basically the same. So as for terms, you can use basically the same settings. At least if the rack, if you are dealing with rack terms, so probably you can use the same settings onto floor terms to process. However, it's going to be sometimes it's going to sometimes not working. Yeah, so then you should check every single time. Yeah, okay, then sounds like this. It doesn't have sustain on the on this term. However, I think this is great enough. So then, so I set like this. So to get rid of high frequency, fizziness and low end, and to get attack, to cut excess paper E sound and low end and low mid. Yes, okay. Let's listen to it one by one. Okay, the second one is compressor. Yeah, as I said earlier, this term doesn't have enough sustain, and I think it's not punchy. Then so I set this compressor with minus 6 dB gain reduction to get more punchy sound. So it sounds like this again. Yeah, it's hard to tell the difference for me, but yeah, but it does work for me. Yeah. Then third one is Transient Shaper to get attack. Yeah. The first one is a Saturator. Probably if I turn it off, it's going to be creep again. Yes, around 60, it's going to be creeped. Yeah, it's annoying, but probably sometimes it's going to be working. But in this case, I didn't think it's okay. Yeah. Yeah, the last one is Clipper. A little bit creeped, I think, but yeah, it's okay. Then the next one is floor term higher one. Yes, then sounds like this. Yeah, to get rid of paper E sound and excess mid-range, I cut too much, I think. But as for floor terms, I think it's going to be okay. Yeah, I think so. It's not too much. Okay, so let's process it one by one. So first one is, as always, low pass filter. Probably I should have set it around here. But anyway, yeah. Then high pass filter. Yeah, it does huge work. Yeah, so if I turn on this high pass filter, it's going to, the low end is going to be attenuated in a good way. Then so I don't hear excess low end. So the lowest drum should be kick drum. Yeah, of course. So then in order not to be this drum is the lowest, I have to cut low end too much, or we have to be careful about the low end of the lower toms. So that's why I set this high pass filter at around 76 hertz. Okay, by the way, low pass filter is 8K. Yet then second one is actually this doesn't work. Okay, let's ignore it. Then second one, third one is here. Yeah, to get rid of paper E sound, and also excess mid-range, low mid. To get rid of excess raw meat, I think. But probably you guys like this one. Not this one, but depending on your preference, you should switch, between them. Yeah. Then second one is also compressor. Around minus 4 dB gain reduction. And then next one is transient shaper, as always. Yeah, actually I set it a little bit higher to get attack, because floor terms tend not to tend not to have enough attacks. So then I have to compensate the attacks of the floor toms. So then, in order to do so, I used this transient shaper. Next one is Saturator. Okay, sounds like this. Yeah, so if I turn it up, probably it's going to be clipped. Yes. So when you use a saturator onto lower frequency focused instruments such as kick drums or floor toms and so on, you should be careful about how much you should apply saturator onto track you are dealing with. So it's going to be clipped immediately. So you should be super careful about it. So then, actually now I am mixing with a pair of speakers. However, so if you cannot hear the clipping sound, then you should use headphone or to tell the difference. So yeah, actually kind of for me, headphones are kind of glasses to zoom up the detail of the sound. So then if you cannot hear the detailed sound of the track you are dealing with, you should use headphones. Yeah. Then last one is clipper. Yeah, like this. Okay, last one is the lowest floor tom, sounds like this. Okay. Then, so I probably copied it from tom 3. Then sound, yes, it is a really similar one. Then, so okay, so let me explain it. Okay, so first one is a low pass filter and sounds like this. It doesn't work huge, I think. Then high pass filter. Yeah, huge difference. Then also to cut. Yes, so kind of papery attack sound. Then here. To get rid of such as papery sound of the mid-range, and also this sound like this. Sound. Then here. To get rid of boxy sound of this range. Sorry, I said fast. Okay, 1, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay. Then next one is compressor, as always. Sounds like this. Actually, I copied it from the tom 3, so then it doesn't work at all. So then I don't have to use it probably. Yeah. Yes, I don't have to use it. Then next one is transient shaper. Yeah. The next one is saturator. The last one is, as always, clipper. Okay, so let's listen to the all of the tom close mics. Sounds like this. Okay, let's move on to the tom rooms. Actually, the tom rooms are going to be almost erased or almost in a behind of the mix itself. So then I don't care too much about this track. However, so if you really like roomy sounding toms such as kind of 80s vibe tom time fields or so on, then so you should process a time room max in a vacuum, I think. Yeah. Then so sounds like this. Okay, let me explain it one by one. The first one is M equalizer. Okay, like this. Yeah, okay. The first one is a low pass filter to get rid of high end. Then second one is high pass filter to get rid of low end. It don't have to be a bass focus track, I think. Then I cut it around at 175 Hz. Then here, to get rid of excess attack, and also I applied it to get this sound shape up, and also here. Yeah, to get rid of excess raw mid. Yeah, like this. Actually, I'm not good at processing this track, so then if you are familiar with how to deal with time room mics, so please let me know in the comment section down below. So then, so I will learn how to deal with it. Anyway, then so I didn't use transient shaper onto this track because I don't want any attack onto this track. And also, I didn't use compressor onto this track because if you like more explosive sound of toms, like I used this technique onto snare room mics, so then so you should use that explosive compressor onto this track. However, that song is really fast, so then the explosive sounding time room is going to be messy, so then I didn't apply any compressor onto this track. Then also next one is Saturator. To get explosive sound? No, to more room vibe, to get more room vibe. Then last one is Clipper. Yeah, like this. Okay, so let's listen to it before and after. And also let's listen to the all of the time tracks at the same time. Okay, so let's compare to without time room max. Yes, so if I turn down or if I mute the time room max, all of the times are going to be isolated, and then so the times are going to be in other rooms. So then I apply the time room max. However, as I said earlier, the time room max are going to be erased or going to be in behind of it mix itself. So I don't care about time room max too much. So then actually I set it -2 dB, and then so it's audible in a mix. However, it doesn't do huge work in mix itself. So then, yeah, probably from the next mixing session, I am not going to use this time room max. Yeah, I'm really considering to improve my mixing workflow. Then, so as for time room max, this is a really kind of problem child for me. Then, so I'm always struggling with kind of if I should use it or not. So then, yeah, please, if you guys know kind of how to use this track, yeah, please let me know in the comment section down below. Yeah, then so that's all for times